All right.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to the English broadcast of this section. I'm Callie Chung.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Already?
It's okay. It's not live.
It's so sudden.
Drink more.
Drink more? That's my job. I'm here to provide libations. It's really loud back there.
Yes, it is. All right. Wait, what's your name?
So I am John Davis. I was trying to think of some kind of clever thing to put in the middle of there, but no, I'm just John.
But John,
yeah.
John Davis sounds cool.
It's pretty normal. If you search for me online, you'll find lots of people. It's not a unique name.
And you're from the company Unties.
Yeah, I'm with Unties. We are the publisher for Tiny Metal, and really excited about the release. Iyo Hatsubai.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all here.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It's been great working with you. And I've only been here for like 2 weeks.
For like 2 days. And,
Awesome.
and yourself? You want to introduce yourself?
Oh, well, I'm Callie. I'm Callie Chung. I'm originally from SoCal. My background is in entertainment, and some of the people out there may know me from my YouTube channel. And yeah.
You have a YouTube channel?
I do.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
What do you do?
We can check that out later.
Yeah, you should like big yourself up, like, you know. So what's your YouTube channel about?
They're gonna edit this.
World of Cali.
And we have our special friend Dante Carver in the back. Dante, would you like to introduce yourself?
Everybody, Dante Carver. I'm playing the character Captain Carver in the Tiny Metal.
Captain Dante Carver.
Yes.
Yeah. Thought that was really original.
All about it. If you get a chance to play the game, definitely check it out. Let us know what you think of it, and we'll get back to you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And we are here today. Why?
We're here today to play some Tiny Metal.
Right, because today is launch day, starting off in Japan, and by now, worldwide, everything should have hit Steam, PS4, and Switch, correct?
Almost, yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, we still got a little bit of time for North America, but yeah, everyone, you can get your hands on it. It's really hard not to look at myself in the monitor down there. So if you notice that I keep looking down, it's because I'm checking out Callie on the sly.
You're checking out how awesome you look in this shirt.
And my tight, can we curse? My tight ass t-shirt. Anyway.
Well, you're representing very well, Untied.
Yeah. So yeah, it's on Steam now. Wow, they're really loud.
Sorry, it's really loud back there, and everybody is in such a festive mood.
Yeah.
Are you kind of jealous? Like, what are they talking about? I want in.
I think they're talking about how your looks pretty fresh in that gi kimono, whatever it is he has on.
Keep drinking. Keep drinking.
Yeah. So yeah, we're here to play the game. We're gonna I think we're gonna play some. We're gonna talk to the artist. We're gonna talk to some of the staff members.
Yes, especially the guy who created the whole Tiny Metal story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Let's see what they have to say.
Wait, you're excited. Let's see that excitement.
My excitement will grow as I drink more. It's my superpower.
Awesome. Are you an X-Men?
I am. I'm a minority that is occasionally discriminated against for my genes. Aren't we all X-Men in some way?
We are. Now the next segment that we want to present to you is actually the trailer that was released yesterday. And some of you guys out there may not have been able to see it, so...
Yeah, this trailer was awesome.
Yeah.
And it's all done, I think, in Engine, in Unreal.
Yes.
And I think it gives a really good feeling about what the kind of whimsical nature of Tiny Metal, but also the real the spirit of it, you know, like the fighting spirit, because everybody's just like, you'll see.
Now I'm curious, when you played it, what were some of your first thoughts?
Advanced Wars is what I thought. I played it for the first time at Bit Summit this summer. Yeah, and I saw Dante, and he said he was promoting this game called Tiny Metal, and I should play it. And I was like, whatever. And then I went over and I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, this is Advance Wars. And I'm a huge Advance Wars fan, so.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it was right up my alley.
Well, that just tells me how intelligent you are.
Intelligent.
Intelligent, because Advance Wars and a lot of these strategy type games and Tiny Metal, it plays out a lot like chess.
They do, yeah.
Yes.
Chess
so,
and a little bit of rock, paper, scissors. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm more of like the RPG, kind of like stroll through the woods and like discover things. But when I played it, I actually found that like a noob like me can play a game like this. So
Yeah. We're gonna play each other later, right?
no, shut up. Really? No. You're gonna play against somebody else.
Really? I thought I was
Yes.
gonna play against you, man. Damn. I think that means I'm probably playing against one of the devs, which means I will get destroyed. But
You'll do well.
I'll do it with style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, this beer is strong.
Is it really?
So anyways, I know they're gonna do a lot of the cutting here, so I feel like we can just gab.
I think we actually have to tell them when to cut because when they're actually doing the editing. So right now we're out of character.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, so we need to do something like this for the cuts.
All right, okay, so let's pick up right before. All right,
Okay.
You know what? Instead of us talking so much about the game, let's watch a trailer.
Mobilizing. Time to bust a cap.
Tiny Metal!
Awesome, great.
So watch the
Yay.
trailer.
Watch the trailer.
Hopefully we can have the trailer like maybe picture-in-picture on the screen or something while this is going on.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
who's editing this, so.
We'll see.
Okay.
We're not completely live. They're all the way live.
Yeah.
We're like,
Kinda. Do you want to do an Instagram live?
sure.
All right, let's
Oh,
do.
snap.
Oh.
I've never
okay.
done this before.
Shut up. Really?
Man, I'm old man. Work from office. Play my video games.
Okay. Wait,
Read
why?
my books.
I don't want to see you. Hold on. Open camera. There's DC-san. Okay. All right. Start.
Are you
live.
famous on Instagram?
No, I'm not.
Damn.
He's famous though. All right. Hey guys, this is the live event launch party for Tiny Metal.
Damn, this is so meta.
Meta.
We're live. We're recording us being live
Yes.
for you.
Yes, and right now we don't have any viewers with us, but this story will stay on Instagram for 24 hours. So, is there oh, we have,
snap.
Hey, Aka-san.
Hey.
Hi, Aka-san. Yes.
What's up?
All right, hi, falling into greatness. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. We are going to do a quick panorama of what's going on behind us. Would you like to take the camera?
Okay.
Show everyone what's up.
So, we are doing, it's my head, I'm so yellow in this. There's the drinks, that's what y'all want to see. And then back there we have a live broadcast of Tiny Metal. And if you can actually see it online right now if you want. They're watching the trailer. Oh, we could watch the trailer through there.
Yes.
And then there's nothing going on there. And then there's Callie. And then Dante.
What's up, everybody? I'm actually logged on too.
Oh, shoot. You guys should just put your phones next to each other.
Oh my
And then just have
gosh.
like this infinite feedback loop.
Oh my goodness. All right, so you guys, just to let you know, we are shooting an wait, what? Yeah. We are shooting the English version of what's going to be shown later on. We're going to have a cut and edited version of this video later. Yes. All right. Hi, Falling into Greatness. And really quick, I want to introduce you guys to our awesome sound guy, who's our tech guy. Miyamasu ka? Oh, okay. Hi.
So go over to
All right.
Port of Cali.
Oh, thanks, Dante. Okay. All right, you guys. We're going to continue filming. When we have a break, I'm going to take you around and see who else we can talk to. See who else John can take you to.
I can take you to a whole new world if you like.
Are you going to sing that? All right. Thanks, everyone. Hey, somebody said nice shirt.
Thank you. It looks like, yeah, it's aunties, or undies, or your auntie, or...
Can you tell people like what Unties is?
Unties is a micro-publishing label that's part of Sony Music Japan. And our first game is Tiny Metal. Our goal is to untie indies from just releasing on one platform and to support them to release worldwide. So all platforms, PlayStation, mobile, Xbox, in Japan maybe, Steam, everything. So, yeah.
Awesome.
We thank you very much for your hard work because we know it's not easy.
Yes, yes.
And
Nothing in life worth doing is easy, kids.
All right, guys, we are out. Let's continue recording.
All right.
mate.
Mate?
Hold on. Koday.
What? Okay.
And here with one of the actually in
Just hijacked my phone. Okay, so you're coming up next. Yes, all right. And just a sneak peek, our next guest is our awesome programmer, Daniel.
Hello. Phone. Hello, everyone.
He's going to tell you all about the gaming mechanics and what he had to endure during the creation of Tiny Metal. All right, here we go. And. Okay, perfect. Okay. John's already drinking again.
Yeah. This is what I do when I podcast. I just drink.
All right, okay, guys, I want to introduce our amazing programmer for Tiny Metal. His name is Daniel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel.
Do you want to say your last name too?
Nah, Daniel's fine. Okay. We'll go with that.
They're gonna look you up.
Oh, look at it.
then
You'll
you'll
be
get
surprised.
How do I
What'll
become
happen?
like Daniel?
Well, we've got Twitter and everything, and my public name is associated with the company.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm sure many of the folks out there want to know, like, how was it being the sole designer of this game?
Well, I mean, it wasn't originally like that. It was just more of a natural progression. We worked with what we had, starting out, which was of course, very little. And then I naturally moved into the designer position as others moved to areas where they worked better at. I'm very thankful for the opportunity to work on the design. Originally, when I was working on the code base alone, I was, of course, the sole designer just out of necessity. I'm very thankful that Hiro brought me on. He saw a lot more vision in the project, a lot of potential in the game. And even me, back when we started, I did not see the same potential he did. He's really a visionary, and I really do. I'm thankful for what he's been able to do.
Awesome. That's really good insight.
Oh, were you a friend of the genre originally, or did it just kind of?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I've liked the genre, as we will now call the Japanese arcade wargaming genre. I think I liked it since I was a kid. I think that's a common story. Probably
He's intelligent too.
Thank you. Probably about half the people in this room share our feelings in that it's just a great game model, right? It makes you feel smart for playing the game. It is a real
smart.
Feel smart. I mean, that's
But he is
that's the
smart.
game, right? It's not a set of math, right? If it was actual homework, I wouldn't want to play it.
Yeah.
Okay, and it really exemplifies the nice part of good games where you make meaningful choices, and then you get to see the results. You get to test your hypothesis. You get to play it through, learning the systems, and by the end of the game, you can blitz through it because you have grown.
Yeah.
And certainly in Tiny Metal, and I know games in the genre before, like Advanced Wars, progression got added in later series, but that was not core to the fun. You got better on those last missions because you were just a better commander.
Yeah.
And I think that's still coming through quite heavily in Tiny Metal. So I think that might be a bit off track. I don't know.
No, it's good. It's good information because I'm sure a lot of people want to know more about the appeal of this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some people might feel intimidated, like, can I really play a game like this?
Well, certainly Tiny Metal and the Jaw genre is meant to be approachable. It's not casual. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It hasn't been designed so that you can win no matter what. What it has been designed is that you can understand what is going on. And that's what's special about the Japanese interpretation of the wargaming genre. The wargaming genre within the West is typically very numbers heavy. It's very focused on simulation of historic battles. And what this Japanese interpretation has, and that's why it's an arcade, is it strips away the real aspects of war. Of course, war in Japan is very painful. And so the only way that a Japanese company or Japanese are going to want to explore it within their free time is not through the true suffering, but through an arcade simulation or just the pure extraction of the tactics. And I think that's really essential to what makes the genre.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's very board game like. I mean, it's a digital board game before that became like a thing right now, right? You know.
I think that's a good point. Of course, the Europa version of wargaming is derived from wargaming is derived from board gaming. It's derived from get out your measuring tape.
Yes.
And how many centimeters can you move per turn? And instead, what we have is very gamified. It is not, for example, in Tiny Metal, we have no ammo or fuel because that's not fun. And so we said, what is fun about the genre? And if we can't justify why it's fun, we removed it. And then we added something else. Because every bit of complexity you add takes away from the player's ability to understand. And that's what's essential to the Jaw genre, is that there isn't excessive complexity. Every complexity has to pay for itself. So
They're playing behind us right now.
And I think you guys should play too, actually. All right, let's open up map 4.
we're get introduced to Dante, I see. All right.
Where
So-
is Dante, by the way?
He's bartending.
He seems to have
Oh,
left.
he was.
Where did he go?
We're just gonna
He's slacking. He's
make
over
it-
there. He's sitting down.
Is he?
Now, is this supposed to be in English or Japanese?
This is all in English.
Oh, I
All
think
right.
we should. Maybe we should change.
We should probably get this into the English version.
Yeah.
All right, well, thankfully we can do that through the helpful settings menu. We're going to go up here into the languages section and switch into one of any number of languages. I think that's really special about this game. We've been able to release in 6 languages all across the world at the same time. It's been definitely a lot of work,
Yeah.
and I'm very thankful to Unties for being able to manage all that. We've got German, Italian, Spanish, French, Japanese, and English. So let's go into English. Oh, actually, no, I have to. Sorry. Oh, wow, I don't even know how to use my own. There we go. I have to. No. In the past, the settings menu did not wrap around. If you went to the bottom, you stayed at the bottom. But then some people complained, and so I added it so it wraps around to the top, but now I can't barely use it. So hopefully the other users can deal with it. All right, so now we're in English, and
Okay. So what are we looking at?
we are looking at map 4. It's part of the game.
Wait, but then like
Obviously.
okay.
Now this is the map This is actually the map where you have to actually go through and for a few couple of days to survive.
That's a good point. Yes. So this map is, and we wanted to add an escort mission to the game. But of course, escort missions are notoriously horribly not
What are you talking
fun.
about? I love the escort missions.
The escort missions are
vanilla.
horrible.
Wow.
So we decided, what if it was an escort mission where you are escorting a massive super tank?
Oh.
And instead of it really like escorting, it's more like, well, you're just blowing through everything. How would we make that fun? So we went off and tried to make that fun. And, you know, we did that by making you pretty outnumbered. There are a lot of methods of production on this map, and we're going to try and
So I see you capturing cities.
And you're moving very quickly too.
Yeah, so in fact, before release, we used to have, I think, 4 settings for speed for the animations. But we decided, you know what, let's just remove the slowest speed and call it relaxing. And by default, the game now moves 50% faster. It just makes the game feel better. Don't tell the artist that, though. They work very hard on these animations, and part of the...
Of course.
Here we go. Tiny metal. That's what it's saying in Canada. Lots of words. Firepower. All right. So I think we get introduced to Dante when we win the map, right?
Oh,
No, I'm sure. I
see.
actually don't remember. I played this stuff so many times.
We showed this basically the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah.
At the shows, at PAX, at Paris Games Week.
Yeah.
And at PSX, and sometimes people would sit down and they start on the first mission, and you can clear the first like 3 missions pretty quickly, but this one takes a little bit of time.
It does.
And you know, they would just keep going, and then we had people sit down for like 2 hours.
Wow.
And you know,
Sorry to interrupt.
no,
I shouldn't
well,
interrupt,
at Paris Games Week, we had so many units. It was kind of okay. We had like so many stations. We had like maybe 8. So we were like, yeah, just go ahead and play. And yeah, people went through and they sat there. They put their bag down,
Wow.
sit in a chair, and just.
That's always a good sign.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. So actually, I can talk about why. The first 3 missions are the tutorial. Strictly speaking, they're the tutorial. But we don't want it to feel like a tutorialized, you're forced to what you do. At the same time, though, we can't let a tutorial go long because then it's just going to be a bit boring and laborsome.
Yeah.
So the first 3 missions are on purpose designed to be some of the fastest in the game.
That's why I was okay with them.
So once we get into mission 4, we're not teaching you anything here. In fact, we don't even teach you that there is no feature in the game to tell you how many days left.
Ooh.
Because it's entirely through the story. The game mechanics are you win through eliminating all the enemies, which is possible. I've never done it, but it's technically possible. You might not even need reinforcements. We don't force that on the player. And another key point within our design of Tiny Metal is there's no surprises. We never want to do something the player would not have the proper amount of information to anticipate. So there's no point in the game where we introduce new units from the corner of the map. And some of the other games
makes sense.
in Japanese Tactics tend to do that, but it's just plain not fair. You could not have had that information unless you were to replay the map.
Yeah. There was actually some guys at PSX that they told me that they actually preferred to not, when it's the enemy's turn, you know, you see the camera moving around, so you kind of have an idea of where they are, how many units there are out there. They were like, I don't really want to know that at all. I want the complete surprise. I want to go in, you know, super fog of war and not know anything about that.
Well, it certainly would be very interesting. And there was a time in the game when the game acted like that. But what we found is because fog of war is so essential to our balance of the game, I think it really makes the game much fun. But at the same time, if you don't move around the camera a little bit, the player is literally just staring at the same screen as nothing happens. And so it might be something to consider for an option. I think if players really want that extra level of difficulty, it would make sense. On the other hand,
There's already like a hell mode in here, right?
yes,
Yeah.
thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
We do have New Game Plus. So once you get through the entire campaign, which should take about 20 hours, although, as you mentioned, some players if they're spending 2 hours on mission 1 or 4, then...
Well, no, this is just 2 hours of straight play. Like
straight play.
From when they sat down to, you know, to when they finally said, okay, I'm gonna go do something else. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really meaningful because certainly people are paying to go into that venue, go into the conference, and the appeal of those places is you get to see a lot of games. And so if they're spending all their time on one game, well, that tells me they're enjoying it. So that's great to hear.
Awesome.
So what are you doing here? What's the strategy?
Oh, right. My strategy is I know, and you guys won't know this if you're just playing it on your own, I know I don't have enough units to take care of everyone on the entire field. So what I'm doing is I'm rushing north. I'm going to let the enemy take the south. I'm going to try and capture as much stuff to gain as much money as possible. And I want to make a last stand on the north. As you can see, I'm losing terrain. Now, it's important to understand, though, of course, this is still just the 4th mission. It's not supposed to be hard.
But it is.
Yeah, if this is too hard for people at the point where we're going to have real problems when we get to the 14th mission. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure. Have we publicly talked about how many missions there are in the main story branch?
It isn't it in the trailer?
No, that's maps.
Oh, that's maps. Okay.
No, I do think we have campaign count.
It says 19 campaign missions, right?
Okay, that sounds about right. So some of the campaign missions, though, are optional extras. You have to find them, and they can be really well hidden. I've not found most of the hidden stuff. No, they are not easy. If you're a completionist, you are going to
Daniel,
go searching.
How can you not find the stuff that you wrote code for?
Well, I mean, so that talks to the game development process. What I do is I create tools, and then I give the tools to the planner or to the artist to configure the tools. So I didn't program the maps, but I programmed the tools that make the maps and the tools that the planner used to script everything. So I don't know where everything is because it was his job to put it in. If there was a bug, of course, I'd go fix it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Yeah.
Like it's a really in-depth look at everything, and I know my appreciation for the game has definitely grown. Yeah, definitely.
Where's Dante? Is he coming?
Where is he?
No, I think he means in the game.
Yeah, I mean in the game. I know where you are.
You know what I found?
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm like more of a first timer going into this genre, and I found it very interesting and challenging where if you took a unit away from the map, like the map shrinks back again, and I'm like, wait a minute, I had it extended to a certain amount, and now so it's like, oh my gosh, how do I balance everything? So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, the fog of war, I believe, is what you're talking about. And of course, it's very essential to the game balance. Some games in the genre will try and make it optional, but the issue with making it optional is the game becomes a perfect information game, which means that there's no... The issue with perfect information games is theoretically they're solvable. And you can create formulas and AI to completely obliterate the other player. But we don't want that. We want a game that is inherently, non-solvable.
So the AI, the same rules for the fog of war apply to them as they do to you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so the AI will build radar. And they'll try and figure out where you are, right? There's a lot of balance to programming the AI. Of course, the main goal of AI is to give fun to the players. This isn't a mathematical experiment. I didn't go into this game to just try and have a game, I should say. It's not an exercise for the programmer, right? This game did not get designed or made for me to have fun programming my AI. So there's a lot I wanted to put in there, but the real question when everything goes into that AI is it more fun now than it was before?
Okay.
Now, quick question. You mentioned before about, perfectionist gamers who want to complete everything. Is there a percentage meter that somebody can reference, that the player can reference? Like, I finished 95% of the game. What else do I need?
That's a good question. And the answer is no. Because if you have a percentage meter, then people will know when the secrets are. And of course, that's not fair to the completionist gamers because they want to actually know when they've completed. But there are some very hidden secrets there that, one, it's not fair to taunt players with. But moreover, we want people to be able to find them and then work together as a community to be able to get them.
Interesting.
These are not things that I expect any single player to be able to find. We weren't that easy.
So you got to work together.
Got to work together.
Yeah.
All in. Okay.
There are some completion criteria, right? How many times you've won, there's high score table. Those are tracked, but the secrets are not tracked.
Now, just curious, have you installed any type of achievements so anybody playing on the PlayStation can just unlock?
That's a good question. Both on the PlayStation and on Steam, we have implemented achievements. It's one of the things I'm proud to be able to have actually accomplished.
Awesome!
Very quickly, actually. It's Steam.
The truth is, that system has been a work in progress for about a year.
Okay.
Of course, we were waiting to sign with Unties to be able to create some of the accounts we need on the publisher or on the systems side. So, for example, on PlayStation Network or on Valve, to be able to configure those. And so that's what that final bit of work was, and debugging it.
Amazing.
There were bugs.
There are always bugs.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, as you can see, I've not been able to completely conquer the North. And the AI is coming up to get me.
I'm kind of glad we're not playing multiplayer now. Just watching you play this. Like watching the speed at which you're actually like deciding. Because I'm always like,
Well, yeah, but that's
Let me go smoke a cigarette and I'll figure out what's going on later.
It's good that you're having that fun. One of the goals, though, is that the player will become intuitive to the systems. And so once you played the game enough, you should start to understand, well, I've got a tank here, metal, and there's a scout here. What am I going to do? Well, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to attack. Because I know the metal is going to be a good matchup for that scout. I don't need to run away, because I could see that while there's some enemies, I've got some other units that can deal with it. And that's just what's allowing me to think relatively quicker. This is a problem. All right, I don't know if you can see this right now, but I've got a metal, and I've got a Lancer, who's my opponent, who's right next to me.
Yeah. Why don't you zoom in?
Okay, so let's see. So zoom in on the PC can either use the scroll wheel, or I believe it can use T and G. What? No. Okay, F and R. Right. And so yeah, let's zoom all in here. Thing is, though.
Oh, how cute!
Get a good look at these. Yeah, I love the art and the models. They're like simple, but also, they have a lot of character.
It'd be good for merchandising.
Yeah, I think so. You did good. You got a crit there.
Yeah. It's the crits random, of course, and there are things that you can do to affect crits. Crits are primarily affected by facing, so if you flank someone, your crit chance is much higher. I believe if you attack them head on, your crit chance should be 0. Right? We wanted to encourage people to flank. We wanted that to be a mechanic that feeds into the game, not just based off of straight damage increases, but something players would need to anticipate more as a general goal. The issue you run into if it's overbalanced to the increase in damage aspect of it, it becomes something that you would just regret doing entirely.
Yeah.
But we want it to be a tactic that's generally good. Something that players can intuition without needing to have hard set rules. Because if flanking is too powerful, then it's no longer the player's decision.
Yeah.
And this game is all about giving the player full meaning decisions, trade-offs.
So you guys have some new gameplay systems as well in this that you don't see in other Japanese war games.
Japanese arcade war games.
Japanese arcade war games.
Yeah, we're really proud of them, actually. Players have really responded well, but actually I should go off and demonstrate them and not just attack.
Oh yeah, let's show all the shiny bells and whistles.
Yeah. So we have Assault, which will push back a unit who's on top. For example, let's look at this guy. This guy, I've got a metal right here, and I'm looking at a rifleman. And this rifleman's almost captured the entire building. He'd need an extra 2 turns, but with my tank, I probably could take him out. But if this guy was 10 HP, I wouldn't have a chance. He'd capture it, and there's nothing I could do. Instead, with Assault, though, we can take his first counterfire, and then perform our shots, and then push him off. And so we can know with certainty we're going to cancel that capture.
Yeah.
Oh.
The biggest benefit for the assaulting is in other games in the genre, like Advanced Wars, you ran into this very real issue where you know you've won the game, and you have effectively won the game, but you just need to finish them off. And very frequently in Advanced Wars, based off of how factories would work, the enemy would build a unit, and then you'd have to kill it the next turn, and you'd have to kill essentially 2 units worth of damage on their own base to be able to put then a unit on top of their factory to stop things from making, and you'd have to do that about another 4 times to be able to win. Even though, as far as anyone's concerned, you've already won. There's no chance the AI is coming back. And so what Assault does is when you know you have an excess firepower, you have control, you can trade that extra unit power for territory control. So it's not something you'd want to do if you're losing, but it's something that makes a lot of sense when you've won. And it finishes the end of the game, which is one of our design goals, is to extend the meat of the game. The meat of the game is when you are not sure if you're going to win. You're still fighting it off. Now, it might not look like I'm losing too well here because, of course, actually, this is mission 4. It gets much harder from here.
I'm just wondering if, yes, if we can get to where we can introduce Dante, because I believe we have 2 more guests who we need
let's
to.
do that. I need to survive for another few turns. But I'll stop talking. How about you guys talk, and I'll just play the game, and then we should get through much faster.
You're really good at multitasking. I'm impressed. When I'm playing the game.
Me too.
And that's it. I don't know. I can't do what you do. You do what on your channel? Do you do Let's Plays?
Let's Play.
Let's Play. Do you play games on your channel?
My channel originally started off with cosplay, and I worked various E3s and Comic Cons as a cosplay and spokesmodel. And then from there, I branched off into doing, I don't know, more modeling stuff. And then I moved to Japan, and then I started introducing Japan to America and beyond. So
you brought Japan to America.
With my kooky, you know what? Like, a lot of people are interested in what the Japanese supermarket looks like.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. That's I mean, that's like what Brian Ashcraft does on Kotaku all the time. So.
Do you miss any supermarkets from back home?
Every time I go home, I'm amazed at how big supermarkets are. That is I'm like, and why the cereal aisle is bigger than like some Japanese grocery stores.
That's so true, so true.
It's like, how much cereal do you need? Like at least 100 varieties.
Oh man.
I've been here too long. That's cool. So yeah, so I can't play and I can't do 2 things at once. You know, I have to like shoot on everything.
Focus, yes.
If I don't, then I just go off somewhere else. I'm like the dog in Up. I'm like, what?
Squirrel.
Yeah.
I've been playing Time Out for 3 years though. So
Yeah. 3 years.
it might not be best to compare.
Wow.
3 years. This has been development. Is that from
That's
prototype?
since I started writing the code.
Okay.
Oh.
Right? And then it's been a full 2 years working with Hero.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's labor of love, and I'm glad that some people are now able to play it.
What is the code language, if you don't?
Well, it's primarily programmed in C++, and the core game logic is programmed in an engine I wrote called Battlecore. And then there is integration into Unreal Engine that provides all the graphics and the input.
So we just saw the focus fire there.
Oh yeah, sorry. Wow, I just went and did that without introducing.
I'm watching.
So intuitive
I'm
for you.
I'm actually multitasking.
Well, I'm also supposed to be introducing it, I think. So we're going to lock on first, but before we do focus fire, I want to show you something. Notice how that Lancer is capturing 7, right? So what the capture system works on is how many subunits you have. So every unit has a different number of subunits. Riflemen have 10, scouts have 3, tanks also have 3, heavy metals have 2, and a special unit we're going to see much later in the campaign. Actually, I don't think we're going to cover it here. You guys back home are going to have to play through the campaign and figure out what I'm hinting at. But what this actually feeds into is the damage fall off from damage. That is to say, how much damage your units perform is not linear. It is based off of how many subunits are alive. So if I have 3 tanks and one of them dies, and I've got 2 tanks, now I'm doing 66% damage. My health might actually be at 50% damage, but until that next tank dies, it won't go down. And so that's another way we've really, I'm not sure if players have noticed it quite yet, but it does really feed into the gameplay quality, right? Because now we don't need to make expensive units as powerful as they are in some other games, because what we do is we give them fewer subunits. It also feeds into capturing, because the best units for capturing are riflemen. And what we're going to see much later in the campaign, I don't think we'll get that far, though, is Spec Ops units, who are the best for capturing, but they're pretty expensive. Meanwhile, Lancers, who are both slower, more expensive than riflemen, also capture much slower. They'll take 3 turns to capture a full base. And so that's really valuable in balancing it all. We don't have to, in other games in this genre, they quite heavily focus on the damage table. And we've, of course, focused on the damage table. We're quite proud of the damage table we have, but the balance of what makes the unit special goes so much deeper.
I didn't notice that. I did notice that you know, I didn't realize that the actual graphical representation of like some of the larger units was actually like mathematically accurate to what they were, the damage that they were doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
The damage formula considers all of that. When you see one of your units dies, it's not just a graphical effect. You are losing that guy's firepower.
They're at it back there.
They are.
We've got comments up here at the top here.
I know. Are they playing against each other, or?
No, I don't think. No, they're not doing that.
You know what looks good?
What's that?
That food.
No. So when is Dante? Where is Dante? Even though he's standing behind us, y'all see him?
Oh, that's sweet.
Probably texting something.
Standby.
On standby. I thought it was so funny when I saw that his name in this game is his name.
Well, his voice actor is also him too. And it's the model and graphics are just based off of him as well.
All him.
It's Dante.
Like he told me at Bit Summit, he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing, you know, voice acting for the game. And then when I was at Paris and you know, I started playing it and then he appeared and I was like, they really just put him in the game.
Yeah, he's just in the game. It was his suggestion and he liked the idea. And so we like the idea too. He also defined this mission, actually. This was partly his idea. Of course, we adapted the gameplay to what he wanted, but he wanted his character to be a commander who really cares for his men. And so we've skipped over the story, but Dante in the story is putting himself at risk in order to save his men. That was his ultimate goal. And then we saved Dante, not because he was reckless, but because he was passionate.
As it should be.
I do have a question, just because lately the whole Hollywood situation came up. Is there a plan to insert more female characters into this game?
Well, I don't think we have any plans to just... so first of all, I don't know what you're referring to.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa! Can we hear the voice? You know who he looks like here?
Dante?
No.
I think it looks like Dante. He's supposed to look
Do you
like
guys
Dante.
remember like Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you referring to the dog?
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
Right? Or like, because some of them are like in shadow and all you see are the eyes. Is it? Probably.
I'm sorry. Are you referring to the scarring horror scene in Full Metal Alchemist? No. Okay. Never mind. All right.
Which person in FMA?
It's not Brotherhood that came out. It's not even the revamped one. It's the original.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Okay. Oh gosh, it's like when the whole figure is like in shadow, but all you see are the eyes. The homunculus. Like you don't like a variety of the homunculus. Like they would be hidden.
Yeah, but you could just see the eyes in Dante's eyes.
Well, like actually Wolfram too. When she was first introduced, all you saw were her eyes.
I like her character design. I like her.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with like the net over her head. It's like she almost got caught.
She almost got. She did get.
She was
caught.
fishing, and you know, threw the net over her head instead. But I do like the idea. It's cool.
Interesting. Oh my gosh, is that you? Like in person?
It's Dante. And Dante.
person.
And in costume.
In costume.
Yeah, your costume's based off of this, right?
Yes.
Wow.
You want to come sit down?
No, because I think they're going to...
Are they going to call you up there?
game. I will be back shortly, minus the matchstick.
Awesome.
We waited all this time to get Dante's waist in the camera.
No, of course, the matchstick is not really a matchstick.
There we go.
We are.
What is it?
Well, we're a child-rated game, so it's not a matchstick.
So it's candy?
It could be candy. Yes, actually, that's a good suggestion. It could be candy.
It looks like he's about.
It could be.
It looks like he forgot how to eat a lollipop.
I like the idea of a
He's like,
matchstick, though.
these charms, blow pops.
It's just sweet on both ends.
Yeah, maybe. It's like a barbell or a dumbbell. Yeah. It's a candy cigarette. Yeah.
As you can tell, Area
5.
Area 35 knows how to have fun. She is hot. You just need a cosplayer.
She almost got caught.
You know what? You're gonna cosplay as that character? That's a great idea. And then you should post that on your Patreon.
This is great.
I'm gonna cosplay as Dante.
We won the mission while you guys were having that conversation. It was a beautiful mission. I got a high score. Silver. I got silver.
Wow.
You win
I got
life.
silver. I
Oh
should
my
have
gosh.
How did I not get gold in my own game? Oh well.
That's awesome. Now, how expensive is the map?
Oh wait, sorry. No, that's the wrong mission. No, I still got silver on this one too. Huh. Oops.
Oops. That was very
That's okay.
mid-ramius. Oops.
Awesome. Oh, what? Oh, how expansive is the map? Like, how expansive is the world?
This one?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Like-
about world-sized, I'd say. It's very expansive. It's got a whole planet in it. We don't get to see it all during the mission or the campaign, but we will see it
In the game, but it
future.
exists. You can imagine in your
It's
head.
big. It's world-sized.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like when
planet-sized.
after you complete the game, can you zoom out and see like the whole map as a whole, like where you've been and all your campaigns?
No, but you can replay all the campaigns.
Thank you so much,
you for having
Daniel. Thank you so much.
What do we do with this thing?
You can just put it over here. All right, guys, we are back from our break, and we have the amazing Inaba Hiro. You're probably wondering, what did he do? Well, he's actually the story creator of Tiny Metal.
So Inaba-san is the I guess the script, the author, the world creator of Tiny Metal. Inaba-san なんかどうやってTiny Metal に始めてですか？
ゆらさんと、別ゲームで、お会いする機会があって、でその時ゆらさんはサウンドで僕がシナリオっていう形で、一緒にやらせていただいたんですけど、その時にまた一緒にやりたいねっていう話がまずあって、まずそこからですね。
So Hiroaki Yura-san and Inaba-san they worked on another game together. Yura-san was doing the sound, and Inaba-san was the scenario writer. I guess that's the best term for it. I was like, the script author, the scenario writer of that game. And at the end of the project, they were like, let's work together again. So, and this was born. その元の前のゲームは何だった？
生贄と雪の刹那っていうスクエア・エニックスさんのゲームですね。はい、それで一緒にやりました。
So that was I Am Setsuna, in case you guys have played that before by Square Enix. で、じゃあタイニーメタルをなんか始めて、でなんかゆらさんからなんかディレクションとかあった？
そうですね。最初にこういう物語にしたいっていう、簡単なそのプロットのようなものがあって、でキャラクターのデザインがあって、でそれをここから掘り下げてほしいっていうオーダーをもらいました。
So Yura-san had kind of an idea of what he wanted to do, like a kind of a basic idea, and they had the character designs. And then after that, it was like omakasemasu. It was like Inaba-san, please, give it your feeling, your your touch. ね。
まあでもユラさんがこのゲームに対する愛が非常に強いので、だからお任せしますって言いながらもこうこだわってる部分があるので、そこをうまく汲み取りながら形にしていこうと思って頑張りました。
So even though Yura-san was like giving him like I guess the freedom to create things, he also had very kind of strict ideas. Well, it's not strict, but he had ideas and things he wanted to convey in the story, and so they worked together to kind of to reach a consensus on what would be the best way to bring those about in Tiny Metal. あれ時になんかヨルさんの気になってるポイントはなんだなんかこれが絶対入れてほしいとかあった？
キャラクターにまあ、主人公クラスの女の子がいるんですけど、彼女に対するこだわりですね。
So he was really concerned about so there are 3 main characters in 3つだよね、主人公ね。Nathan and Wolfram and Dante. No. あれつくもね。で and he was very concerned about Wolfram's character. 可愛い子からね。
Why was he so concerned about Wolfram?
あれなぜWolfram の方も気になってるんですか？
多分彼の中では最初にできたキャラクターなんじゃないですかね。
Probably that was the first character that you know that they created, or maybe the first character that was like kind of dear to his heart.
こういうヒロインを出したいっていうのがきっとあったんだと思うんですね。
It's like I wanna create this type of hero. でもボファンも結構クールだよね。
そうですね。
Like なんでツンデレ？
はいツンデレ。
He's like very cool and like collected type character.
Nice. Well, I love her. I mean, she works well with the gameplay and everything.
ちょっとうるさいみんな。Can you say it again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you because it was so loud.
No. I really like her character. You know, she's got a very nice personality that fits well with everything and everyone.
なんか彼女もすごいウルファムのことが好きし、パーソナリティも結構まあみんなになんか合いますかな。でもクールだし、で好きだった。
まあキャラクターをすごくこう徹底して作るところから始めました、今回は。でまあ、キャラクターをしっかり作っていったおかげで、まあ、物語が後からついてきたっていう感じ。
あ、そうなの、最初はキャラのなんかフレームワーク作って、でそれで、キャラに、物語に、作りますか、その形か。
そうですね。
So the first thing they do is the first thing he does when he creates a story is create the characters and まあキャラクターの目標とかも考えて、so like thinks about the character's motivation and then after that goes in and creates the story after that. 面白いね。
ユラさんが僕に求めていたのがそのキャラクターをしっかりと作ってほしいっていうことだったので、まあ、僕もそれが一番やりやすい自分のスタイルなのでやらせてもらいます。
So yeah, Yura-san also. I keep saying Yura-san. In English, a lot of people say Hiro or Hiroaki, but I've been in Japan for a long time, so I just say Yura-san. So Yura-san was very concerned about having the characters be the kind of leads for the story and like have them be the driving force for the narrative, and so he was really concerned about making those characters fit right or feel right first before they even started doing anything else in the narrative.
So,
go ahead. No.
Are you working on another story right now?
今なんか次のプロジェクトも入ってますか？
ユラさんとですか？
いや、まあどっちでも。まあユラさんとも。
僕自身の話でしたら、はい、入ってます。
入ってますよ。
今とてもまた楽しく書いているものがあります。
So yeah, he's working on something new now. あれ前の作品は何でしょうね。
アイアムセツナの次のロストスフィアっていうゲーム、それも僕がやりました。
So the I am Setsuna is the connecting story Lost Sphere. あれゲーム普段はゲームがやってる？ゲームかもう漫画もやってますか？
仕事としては、ゲームですね、基本的には。
基本的に、
はい、ただまあ世界観を作ることが好きなので、まあ、面白い世界観ができたらこれだったらゲームかな、これだったら本かなとか、はいまあ、これだったらアニメーションかなとか、そういうのでちょっとこういろいろ動いてる最中ですね。
So he likes to, Inama-san likes to create worlds. He's like a world builder, like most good scenario writers are. They create a world and then they play in it, and then he kind of decides like, okay, well, this might be really good for a game or, for a manga or a book or something like that. But it's all about creating, like having an idea. あれなんかアイディアはどこからインスパイアされたんですか？まあ特にこのゲームでなんでしょうね。
このゲームでですか？このゲームででもこのゲームで言えばやっぱりキャラクターのデザイン、最初に見たデザインがとにかく良かったっていうことですね。でもう声も聞こえたし、こういう性格じゃないだろうかっていうのも見えたし、どういうことしそうだっていうのも全部見えたので、そういう意味では作るのがすごくシンプルに楽しかったですね。まあ変なこと喋るやつがいなかったっていう。
So after just seeing the character designs that Go-san did, who's going to be talking with us later.
Yes.
He could kind of understand the character's motivations, and like it was very easy for him to create the world after that, create the characters, everything about them just by looking at the character design. それもゴーさんも才能が高かったですね。
そうですね。多分これご覧になってる皆さんもそうだと思うんですけど、キャラクターデザインとかイメージのイラストを見て、わなんだろうこれってきっと思ったと思うんですよね。感覚が僕にもあったので、すごくいいお仕事をもらったなって。
So I think the people when people see Tiny Meadow, or here's the characters now, you can kind of see them. You
欲しい。
いいよあげる。
ずっと気になってた。
中に入ってる知ってる？
知ってます。
Okay. So when people see the characters, that they're kind of instantly drawn to him. They have an attraction to him, and so he was the same way. And he thought like, oh, I'm really lucky to get this to be able to work on this project. Yeah.
That's awesome.
あれストーリー物語のなんかプレイヤーに対して何が伝えたいんですか？
今回
あれちなみに太郎さんの太郎陽子さんのビデオ見た？
太郎陽子さん。
あれなんか三重の誰だっけ？陽子さん。
そうか、それ僕見れてないですね。
見れてない？それめちゃめちゃ面白かったけどなんか。もうストーリーも5分しかやってないから
大胆ですね。
すみません。何が伝えたかったですか？
伝えたかったことは結局戦争ではあるんですけど、それぞれの信念というか考え方がどう交錯していくかっていうことをしっかり書きたかったんですね。
みんな俺ゲームクリアしてないから全部ストーリーは分からないけど、なんか最初の印象は悪い方はいないの、絶対この人は悪とか感じしなかったね。ね、なんかみんなグレー、
そうですね
と思ったね。
完全な悪ってやっぱり難しいというか、僕の中ではありえないことだと思ってるんですね。で多分それぞれの信念と それぞれの正義があると思うんですよね。多分みんなが共通の正義はきっとないと思ってるんで、そこら辺を悪いやつは悪いやつ、いいやつはいいやつっていう風に見えないようにしっかり描きたかったっていうのが。
So this world, this world is of course there's like a war going on, and in the war there's you have all these different sides, but and what I asked him was like what were you trying to say in your story, and in a war there of course there's opposing sides, and through that everyone thinks they're right. They think they're on the side of justice, and so there are no like pure villains or pure heroes. Everyone has their motivations, and somewhere in their motivations there's like something that's pure, I guess. And so you just can't say that like everybody's evil. Like these are the bad guys, these are the good guys. Like it's not a cartoon.
We're all shades of gray.
It's everything has a lot of gray to it. Yeah. 面白いですね。
そうですね。
めっちゃうるさいな。It's so loud back there.
本当にありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
すごい面白かったですね。もうじゃあ everyone please play Tiny Metal and check out this story that contains a lot of shades of gray and different motivations, and that doesn't really make any sense, and maybe Kari should be leading us out. I don't know.
次の話を楽しみにしています。
ありがとうございます。
Hi, I'm Tomoki Miyoshi, and I'm the composer for Tiny Metal. Firstly, I'd like to sincerely congratulate the team on the completion and the release of the game. I know how much time and effort went into this game, and I'd really like to personally thank every single team member for putting so much work and time into this game. For me personally, the goal of the music was very simple. I just wanted to make something really fun and enjoyable to listen to throughout an extended period of gameplay. Genre-wise, there was no real concentration or focus, as I just mixed every genre that I liked together, such as orchestral music, EDM, and Celtic music. And eventually it just became its own thing, just mixed together, and I kind of went with it. The goal was really just to make something fun. For the players who have already purchased or thinking about purchasing the game, firstly, thank you. And most importantly, I hope that you can feel the love and effort that we put into the game as a whole team. I'd like to end this with a tiny gift, a musical gift. Thank you.
Hey guys, we are back for another session, and this time, last but definitely not least, we are with the director-producer, Hiroaki Yura. Yay!
Hi!
Please introduce yourself to our audience.
So I am the producer and the director of Tiny Metal, and I'm dressed up as myself.
Oh!
So yeah, how's it going? I've been on the Japanese side of things, and how's the English?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm learning. This is my senpai, right, for hosting. And she's been teaching me the ways
of the Force.
Of the Force. Yeah.
We will watch Star Wars soon.
I have. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, people. Okay.
All right.
So
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers on this talk. I will kill you. I haven't even seen a trailer. That's on purpose.
Wow, that's like hardcore dedication.
I am hardcore.
Gotta be like Obi-Wan to miss everything. No, Obi-Wan doesn't come in. Don't worry.
Okay. I was like, do I need to choke you right now? Does John have to choke a hero?
So let's talk about something that we can talk about, which is Tiny Metal. Now tell us a little bit about this game and what are some of your favorite features?
Okay, it's a turn-based strategy game if you haven't realized by looking at the video. But the biggest feature for this is we've modernized turn-based strategy game as much as we can. And we've got specific problems in that genre and we try to do our best to fix it as much as we can. And that includes things like, pinning each other down. A lot of traditional turn-based strategy game, you could totally pin each other down by having lots of infantry and artillery and all that, and nothing would move really, and it gets really boring after that. So instead, we've put in a lot of features where even with a small amount of force, you can crumble an enemy force really easily. Things like attacking from the flank, which is the side, or attacking from the rear, or focus firing, totally taking out that specific enemy unit, etc. And being able to assault, which is you can push the enemy out of the tile, but they will shoot you first.
Yes.
So these are some of the features that are essential in we think in basically fixing the genre. Otherwise, we've modernized the look, I guess, as much as we can. We are in indie, so we don't have unlimited amount of mana. So basically, we have to be really careful about how we're going to make the design, how we're going to, use the assets. We need to be very smart about it. Otherwise, we'll just simply run out of money.
Yeah.
So we've as much as we, with the resources that we have, we try to do our best in making a modernized look into turn-based strategy game.
Awesome, awesome. Well, everything that you said, it sounds really exciting. And while you were talking, because it sounds really in-depth and you know what you're talking about, I had an idea. Why don't we pitch you and Daniel, our programmer, against each other in a multiplayer match?
Wow, it's on, isn't it?
Yeah, really?
I can't talk about which game, but when we started making this game, me and Daniel, we had hours and hours of multiplayer together.
Yeah.
And we had to, Daniel reckons he won. I just let him win. And now it's on, I guess.
So
yeah, this is recorded. This will be on the internet forever.
Yes, and it's
No
so
pressure.
exciting because it sounds like you guys know each other's strategies and way of handling. Oh my gosh! Okay, can't wait to see it. Okay,
all right.
We'll be right back.
All right, and here we are. Daniel, Tai, Hiro, and the battle.
It's on.
Of the release date.
Now, just to be clear here, he did talk about those multi-hour battles, and he implied that I lost. The reality is I served my men well, and we did not lose any men. We did not leave anyone to die. And that's why it just took a little bit of time to eventually claim our absolute victory.
What game were you guys playing?
Something very advanced, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty Wars advanced.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. All right. We're going to play a little multiplayer here. Please note that this is very early.
Okay, so yeah, we showed this in PSX behind closed doors to some journalists. And this is that same build, right? We've been putting all our effort recently into polishing up the build people are going to be buying. And so don't expect much. Don't expect it not to crash. In fact, expect it to crash, please, because
during the break, it took a couple times to get in. We're here. We're here. But that's game dev. That's what happens in game dev. You know what's up.
So just be clear here. We're playing multiplayer, and it works for us. But there's a reason it's not released yet.
Yeah. It's coming in the future. So just be patient.
Now we're playing a map called Fast Valley, and this was really an experimentation to figure out what is the smallest, fastest map that still has a meaningful amount of tactics involved. And I'm really quite proud of what we've come up with. Sometimes I'll have a hard time beating this against the AI. This is, of course, a map I've played very frequently when testing. But I think it's really perfect for the experience here because I don't know what he's going to do. We've actually never played this game in multiplayer against each other yet.
Well, Daniel is Wolfram, the the mercenary soldiers, and Hiro is in Artemisia. And we see Daniel is building a scout very quickly. Hero's opted to go to capture the first city to get some loot, and he's taking out your rifleman from the jump there.
Well, we have lost one man,
but you know, it's a war of attrition. Maybe.
Yeah, but I like to not lose any guys.
Yeah, you don't want to. I mean, you don't want to leave anybody on. You know,
don't leave anybody behind.
Yeah,
that's what Dante said. Maybe. And we've got the. I noticed that the animations for attacks are turned off right now.
Oh yes, so that's a good point. When we design multiplayer, one of our biggest concerns is that as a turn-based game, inherently you're waiting half the time. It's much easier, of course, during the regular campaign because you're playing against an AI. And what we do is we actually make the AI run faster than the regular human players' animations play. And so that's why it feels quite fast and rapid for the campaign. But during multiplayer, of course, we can't exactly do that. And so instead what we do is we disable animations for the battles.
All right. I mean, I kind of miss that. It's easier to see when you get those crits, and it's easier to see how many units are left behind when you have the animations. I mean,
that's certainly true. It very much, though, is a design where right now we're talking face to face, and so I'm getting input from you. And even if Hiro were to take a few extra minutes to make his move, I wouldn't necessarily be the most sad.
Yeah.
But when you're talking against or playing against someone on the internet, I'm not really looking to explore the same. Oh yeah, so there's a reason why this is not released. Part of it is the crashing. The other part is units are becoming desynchronized. You might notice, I believe we're showing off Hiro's side of the screen.
Yeah. And I'm looking at Daniel here.
They're different, actually, and that's a bug. They're bugs. Yeah, I need some time to fix these things.
Yeah.
And so what Hiro just said what as is one of my units, which he doesn't get to see on his screen, just performed a focus fire and obliterated his unit. And so he didn't understand what went on. Of course, the game is still acting correct. The simulation state is still as it should be. Wait, I'm losing.
I don't know who's losing.
No, I'm clearly losing because I had a scout, and now I don't have a scout. And now you've got 2 scouts, and I can confirm on your screen you've got 2 scouts. So
this is hard mode.
See, and here's the thing: I'm supposed to be.
This is hard mode.
It's real human mode. And
this is what war is like, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, totally.
There are no rules. There are plenty of bugs.
Everything's a lie.
Yeah. Welcome to Trump's America. All right. One thing we didn't get to talk about during the other gameplay segment was that you guys have a rank up system for the units, and calm yourself, it's okay. And
still winning.
And
just don't have the manpower advantage. Sorry, I'm
explain a little bit about how the units rank up and what that means.
Okay, so units rank up when they perform actions, and they die, and then they lose all their rank because they're dead.
As you would.
I'm sorry. What else should I explain about this?
Well, what if I rank a unit up? What do they get out of that? What's the benefit?
Oh wow, it's actually really awesome. They get basically everything. They heal faster. They attack faster. They take less damage, although they gain attack powers quicker than then defense goes up. So if you were to have 2 high veterancy units attack each other, they'd actually kill each other quicker than the normal ranked units. But the end goal is to create units that you value and you want to keep alive just because they're ranked higher. And so you might pull them back. In normal gameplay, and certainly in an advanced Wars E-game, there wasn't necessarily the same balance of keeping units alive, and in fact, a lot of competitive players never heal their units because the game balance it just does not accommodate.
It lend itself to that. I mean, you just build something new, in one turn instead of taking 3 turns to heal somebody.
Exactly. And so we buff a veteran unit will heal
We
faster.
Shia LaBeoufed it.
Also, not all units heal at the same rate. So Spec Ops heal very quick. And so if you have a Spec Ops unit, you will both want to keep it alive because it's expensive, it's probably got a good veterancy rank, and it's going to heal actually relatively quick.
You mean healing as like when they stand on a city tile, they're going to get more health back
Per turn, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we synced up now? I think we're synced up now.
Yeah, funny how that worked. We kind of sunk up just by me losing all my. I think you need to talk a bit more here. How about you explain all your tactics and your thinking? I'm just going to stand over here and you can just ignore me. In fact, actually, anything blue on the map, don't look at it.
Blue is the saddest color. And the other thing we didn't really get to talk about was the hero units. We didn't get to show off any hero units today.
Yeah.
Hero, can you talk a little bit about the hero units?
Well, I just moved myself. So they're basically an upgraded version of all the vanilla units, basically. And how is it upgraded? It's basically it might have different utility. For example, the scout might be able to. Sorry, I can't play in.
All right, well,
Hey,
I
don't want to hear no excuses now, man. No, man. Let him talk.
Hero units are unique, and they both only exist one of them during the entire game. But as well, they are unique in that they have extra weapons or armor, and these are unique models. We actually put money into our hero units. We also gave them names. We like them. I like Billy Abrams is my favorite.
Is there a hero unit named John Davis?
Would make you one.
You heard it here first,
That is no
ladies and
promise of DLC. All right, we may or may not make a healer unit named John Davis.
Not John Davis. It needs to be Porkins.
Or maybe
Porkins all the way.
Porkins. Something else.
Yeah.
Might not even be John Davis.
Oh, what?
And I don't think. And we don't know what happened.
I made a sniper unit.
I hope the guys at home are going to be able to follow along because I also didn't.
It's funny
what happened.
It's funny watching you guys play because, and I mentioned this when Daniel was playing, is that you guys have played this game so much that you play it much faster than I play. Even when I played a lot of Advanced Wars, I didn't play the game that fast. I played very methodical. I played a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics as well, so I'm just like, okay, I move this unit here and I do this, and like, what's going to happen? I look at percentages, and I'm like, okay, no, we're not going to do that.
I actually don't think that might be more an aspect of Advanced Wars. We have put a lot into Tiny Metal to allow you to intuit your way through. I don't look at damage percentages, almost at all. I know intuitively that if I take 2 riflemen and I focus fire on your riflemen, you're dead.
Yeah.
I don't care exactly the percentage. I know that if I've got a rifleman going up against a scout, well, I'm not going to do that. That's just a mistake.
Yeah.
And, in that instance, you were making, because I was starting to make lots of scouts, he started making a lot of lancers, and then I started making snipers, and then everything crumbled after that.
Yeah.
Because,
So that's why Fast Valley is such an interesting map because it distills the core of the game. It actually is fast not because it's small, it's fast because who is the winner gets decided quick. If you lose almost any units, you are down on manpower. And which is interesting enough though, I killed some of Hero's units first. So in theory, I should have had the advantage. But we have the level of tactics in Tiny Metal that Hero was able to come back and took the victory. And he took the victory though, not at any one point in time. It was just slightly better tactics than mine that got him the unit advantage.
well, I
and then
had a better
couldn't come
tactic
back.
because I wasn't talking.
He wasn't talking. And then when he started talking, he's like, I'm not doing this no more.
That's true, actually. All right, there, I've got an excuse. Thank you.
What is the previous score, the earned score, the total score, this stuff? Like, I've seen this appear when I'm
what
playing
is
the
it,
game. Like, how is this
Daniel?
calculated?
Okay, so our scoring system is designed to not enforce any style of play on a player. We want them to be able to play the game as they wish. Unfortunately, other games in the Jaw genre had more restrictive scoring systems that were based off of a predetermined map designer decided maximum, and once you could not get a better score than the map designer's perfect run. And if you got a map design that, for example, there were actually some in Advanced Wars that were impossible to get high scores on. We just decided that is just a mess from the very beginning. These maps are not balanced based off of what the map designers were able to do. The high score table is, but you can just get a high score even higher.
So what do you get points for?
Well, you get points because you're good.
どういう意味?
Because you're good, you get lots of points.
How do I know I'm good?
Yeah, what's the definition of good?
What is that? Good is so subjective.
Subjective, you just won. Well, I lost in this case, but Hero won. So Hero's good. It's a game.
We know
it's
that.
It's a game.
But you got better score than I did.
Yeah.
That is actually not true, okay? Because you have to look at, I'm not sure, you guys can't see our screen, so I'm just going to tell you what's on our screen. On Hero's screen, its previous score is 624, and earned score is 130.
Oh, it's an earned score.
On my screen, my total score is higher because I had more score on this computer beforehand. You accumulate score.
Right.
But I only earned 16 score from this mission,
so why did he
Hero got 130 because he won. Winning counts for a lot when it comes to score.
But what? Okay, so what I want to know is if I destroy units, do I get points? If I capture buildings, do I get points? Because I imagine there are going to be people that
who really want to get into
Instagram girl.
Yeah, so
my co-host is over there, like looking pretty, like it's just waiting for us. Yeah. I imagine there are going to be people who want to play. And there are score-based achievements.
Oh no, we aren't going to enforce that. Achievements, we do not want achievements that felt
hang
generic.
on. But does the score inherently, modify hero units? Like if you get more score?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Scores do not. First off, let's talk about achievements. Okay, we put a lot of effort into making our achievements meaningful. If you unlock an achievement, it's because you did a specific thing. And it's not because you did 5 of a specific thing, you caught like 5 rabbits. No. We didn't implement our achievements like that.
I love catching the bunnies.
Each achievement is a unique achievement. You did something. It's also kind of hard. So if you're a completionist, this game is not going to be an easy platinum. You're going to have to probably figure out how to unlock some of this stuff. Some of it's hidden. Some of the things you need to unlock the stuff are really hidden. I hope players are going to enjoy.
What about hero units? If you use hero units during the multiplayer mission, right? And if the hero unit can, I think you can, right?
Well, I'm going to have to look at
when I played
skirmishes
at the shows.
Yeah.
I played the skirmishes because I had all the units unlocked, pretty much from the jump, and I like to play with all my toys. Mm-hmm. But I didn't see hero units.
Yeah, I don't believe you can play hero units on the multiplayer, and the reason for, again, multiplayer is a work in progress, so we can't say what we're going to come up with by the end of this, but I can say one of the issues you run into with hero units is if you're a new player and you come into the game and you barely understand everything, and suddenly a guy with the
Porkins snipers.
No, like we're not going to talk about the names of these guys because you're supposed to play the game and find out. There's some really good hero units. We don't want a player who doesn't understand the game to come in and just get obliterated.
There's a rumor that
that's when we start doing match rankings.
That Callie and I have hero units.
Again, okay, let's talk about that. We're not promising match rankings. There's a lot of work that goes into this. I used to work in a mobile game that had match ranking. It's not a simple thing, right? Our core goal with multiplayer is to make a game that for you and your friends, you can hop on, have a good time, and have a good time. The good time is the core goal.
So basically, you know what who I have to work with every day? Try to convince Daniel, I want this, I want that, and he's going, no.
All right, guys, we got to wrap it up.
I know we don't have it, so we work with what we have.
All right.
All right, guys, we got to wrap it up because we are going to make a special announcement.
Oh, fantastic. Let's do it.
She just kicked you guys off of the show. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was cool. It was nice to watch you explain and lose and be quiet and win. Mm-hmm. And there's a lesson to learn and all that. But I think we're all waiting for a multiplayer that's going to come sometime next year. We don't know when.
We're going to work hard on it.
We're going to work hard on it. And I look forward to having arbitrary scores. No, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Okay, and if you want to compare your scores to other people, do that. And
I am like a terrible PR person right now because I'm just being trolling so hard. No. I think this is really cool. Let me ask you something really quick though, because right now we've only seen red, blue, green, yellow units.
Yeah.
Are we going to get any kind of color variations or anything?
Maybe.
For any customization?
Look, I can't make any promises. What we've put in, we put our heart into this game, and we're proud of what we have. And so I love the colors we have.
Yo, I love the colors you have too, and like I specifically requested when I was giving screenshots out to give me more colors.
Well, we gave you all the colors.
Yeah, you gave me all the colors.
In fact, we weren't supposed to give you some of those colors.
But
some of those colors weren't just supposed to show up in public images.
They were so beautiful though.
Yeah, they were.
But I think when you get into multiplayer, people want to kind of have. I want my pink tanks.
Okay, I'm going to talk about that. When you let users pick any color, they will pick any color, and not your typical user is trained as an art director to be able to pick a color that works. We don't want two people picking black. We don't want two people, one guy picking black and one people picking like deep
I'll choose
purple.
black.
You can't tell the difference.
The t-shirt's black?
Yeah, we got the designer to make that t-shirt. You didn't like, just to be clear here, guys, we didn't ask the staff which color they wanted. We hired the designer to make the t-shirts, and then we used what the professional picked.
Daniel, I specifically wanted black.
For the t-shirt?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the black t-shirt.
This is not a normal t-shirt. It's a drill sergeant
It's a good t-shirt. I'm not actually particularly
I opened up a can of worms.
A statement on the color of the t-shirt. It's more about the team.
Can you use touchscreen on the Switch?
We optimized the game for controller quite heavily. We wanted you to be able to operate the game quickly, and because that's the core fun of the game, right? So.
Yes, there are no touchscreens on the Switch. The game is optimized for controls. You will love it. If you're using your fat, greasy fingers on the screen, you're going to make it greasy and it won't be good. So
now, that's not an official company statement, right? We assume all our users have perfect fingers. We just prefer to use the controller.
You know what your fingers do. Use your controllers.
All right.
No touchscreen.
Now, I think I might be wanted on the Japanese side of things.
All right.
I might have to leave you guys. But thank you very much, John and Daniel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hiro and Daniel,
for
that demo.
I want to get back to bug reports.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye.
All right, guys.
Why do I have both?
How many beers did you drink?
4. I had 4.
All right, guys, that is the end of our evening. But before we go, we wanted to mention a fantastic opportunity for our fans to show their love and appreciation for Tiny Metal. Do you want to explain what it is, John?
Well, on all social media platforms, if you create any kind of art or post, or basically you can do whatever you want with the hashtag TinyMetalLove.
Tiny Metal Love.
And a tiny heart for Tiny Metal.
You have to use your whole hand.
It just doesn't look right with my, it looks, you got it. Like, I can't do it. But with the hashtag TinyMetalLove on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you can show us your original art. You can write a haiku. You can tell us how much you love my T-shirt. Whatever. And we're gonna choose some people randomly.
Not randomly. We're gonna go through every submission.
Oh no! Oh, I guess I'm wrong. We're gonna go and get the best.
Yes.
The best of the best. Yeah.
And then
just like they said.
This contest will be going on from now until January 21st. So you have until then to submit like a video or a cosplay.
Oh, cosplays are good, yeah.
Yeah, cosplay John.
I'm not in the game. Cosplay Dante.
All right, and then the winner will?
The winner will get something very special. And like we haven't really decided what it's gonna be yet, you know. It might be one of these tanks. No, I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be the tank. It'd be nice. And maybe it's gonna be a Switch. I don't know. Maybe a customized PlayStation or something. I don't know.
Maybe. You know,
you guys, you know what you should do? Submit your stuff. Submit your entry, but also tell us what you want. Tell us what you want. Just Tiny Metal Love. I want a custom, PS4.
Are you the Tiny Metal Santa now?
I am. I'm TMS today. So, yeah, tell us what you want, because you know what? This is what I mean. In my experience in doing like these things all the time, like people, like you think that you're giving away something that everybody wants, right? You're like, oh man, everybody, they really want this like T-shirt, right? But in actuality, they just really want the signature of like, you know, Hiro or one of the staff or something.
You,
Kali, you know. So tell us, you know, like if. I think that is the best one, because we haven't decided. I want to give away a Switch. I think that would be fun.
I think that'd be awesome.
I think a Switch with like maybe Gosan, the guy who did the direction, like hit like drawn on or something, would be really cool.
Ooh, collectible.
Yeah, very nice collectible.
Yeah.
But we don't know yet. But we want to collect. That's why we're giving everybody a month. We've got a whole month until January 21st. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Submit your most creative things, and we will hook you up if you win.
With Tiny Metal Love.
Tiny Metal Love.
All right.
See, I think I do it better with just my thumbs and my fingers. Maybe not. I can't do it. Maybe if I do it this way. No. My fingers suck.
Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Do you want to share any of your social media with the audience?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Porkins, P0RK1NS. Porkins is in I Got a Problem Here, Porkins. Or you can find me, you know, doing stuff with the Mega Booth or with Dongen. Bit Summit submissions are now open. So if you want to be at Bit Summit next year, please submit your game. If you just want to come and party with us next year in May, do that too. It's always a good time in Kyoto. And that's it for me.
Awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
My social media is World of Cali. Worlds of Kali. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks a lot.